What do you do if you are in charge of the PR and messaging of a campaign that's flailing? Because you've got an 80-plus-year-old doddering candidate who inspires confidence in literally no one. And now the party is in full-blown panic mode. What do? I got it. You roll out an 80-plus-year-old doddering has-been movie actor, Bobby De Niro, to go on one of his unhinged Trump derangement syndrome rants in New York City, and he doesn't know what to do when he gets pushback in New York City. You just can't make this stuff up.
Let's get ready to rumble! You can't handle the truth.
Hi, I'm Pastor Marty. This is the Afternoon Drive. Please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, and once you are, smack the bell, click the word all. That'll give you notification of my rants, my ravings, and of course, my undeniably flawless reasonings. Please like and share this video. That's how we get the word out that we're here. And remember, this is going to be another busy week for me. This will be the last regular Afternoon Drive in this format. I will be on a couple more times this week. You'll have to go to the live side of the channel. I will live stream this week on the Afternoon Drive. Well, as the closing arguments have now begun with the Trump trial in Manhattan, Joe Biden, the guy who is above the fray, the guy that none of these indictments against Donald Trump are politically motivated in any way. This is all in Donald Trump's head. This man is corrupt. He is guilty, and his sins are just catching up to him. There is nothing to see here. The Democrat Party, Joe Biden, his Department of Justice, they're all innocent as newborn babes. They've had nothing to do with this. They must be scared. They must be scared that Trump's defense team in Manhattan against an unfriendly judge and an unfriendly jury have raised enough credible, reasonable doubt that even the most ardent Trump hater on that jury would have to find innocent. Michael Cohen, the most corrupt liar that has ever taken a witness stand. He admitted under oath to stealing money from Donald Trump. The so-called smoking gun recorded phone call with Donald Trump admitting to the whole Stormy Daniels payment thing. Nope. It was Cohen talking to Trump about a harassing phone call that he got. The man lies. Stormy Daniels, for years denied. Then she talked about it when he became president. And, it was kind of sweet. He was kind of special. It was nothing to remember. But, hey, wow, I was with a future president. Didn't even know it. Then at this trial, she tried to be a Me Too victim and closed her eyes and just tried to forget. It's all bullhock. The media knows it. Even though we weren't allowed to watch this on television, everybody that was there knows it. This is unraveling. Remember, their plan was to bog Trump down. Biden would have run of the whole country because Trump would be going from one court case to another court case, and he has hijacked New York. You saw him go to the bodega in Harlem, and thousands of people turned out to cheer him on. He went to a fire station and delivered pizza. He is hanging out with the cops in New York. And the construction union workers are all for Trump. They are thumbing their nose at their union bosses, and they held a Trump rally. And then last week, he went into the Bronx, the heart of AOC land. And there were about 8,000 to 10,000 people there by police estimates. Now, that's not a typical Trump mega rally, but in Bronx, the deep blue of the deep blue of the deep blue, that ain't bad. I guarantee you, Joe Biden can go into the Bronx and draw 8,000 people. So they know they're in trouble. And the more they persecute and prosecute Donald Trump, the higher his poll numbers get. And their whole strategy was just to keep reminding people what a rotten guy he is, and he's mean, and he says things, he's But people are feeling the misery. They're tired of paying $10 for milk, $6 for eggs, $7 a gallon for gasoline. They're tired of it. They're tired of not being able to afford a house. They're tired of not being able to afford rent. And they look back at Donald Trump and they get it now. You know what? May not like the guy, may not like what he tweeted, but man, he knew how to make America work. He got the economy, and I did better under him. Oh, and we were safer because he closed the borders. The Democrats are in trouble. But instead of addressing any of the real issues and fixing them, no, they just continue, as Donnie Deutsch said, we got to scare the out of people. So they roll out Robert De Niro, who has nothing articulate to say, and they stand him up there with some of the police from January 6th. How come they don't roll out any of the police that open the doors for the agent provocateurs? Ooh, did I just go there? Robert De Niro, again, proves that, like any actor, unless you give him a script and tell him what to say on it, he's an idiot. And he stood up there doddering and befuddling, and even the guys standing behind him are like, oh, this is not good. So they do this press conference before the trial today in New York. He's out there to campaign for Joe Biden in New York at the Trump trial. Thought the Trump trial was a slam dunk. Thought this was in the win column already. This is an admission of how much in trouble they are. And now the DNC is having a secret meeting to virtually vote to make sure that Biden and Kamala are the nominee, because they're worried at the convention that there will be enough delegates there to actually upend it and not allow Joe Biden to be the nominee. Bum-ba-dum-bum. Because remember, Democrats, how come some of you liberals who get so mad that guys like Bernie get cheated during primaries because you guys, your party just rigs it so that the candidate they want wins during the primaries, how come you don't understand they do that during the general too? That the Democrat Party, they don't just make up brand new rules out of nowhere to protect the status quo during primary season. Trump got in 2016 because they thought it was a slam dunk and they didn't do anything. But they sure did in 2020, didn't they? But now the support for Trump is so mass and overwhelming. It will overwhelm whatever they're trying to plot and put together for this November. But that all said, let's go to Bobby De Niro. And of course, he comes out with, phase number 1 of his speech, fear. Donald Trump won't leave. Donald Trump won't leave. He will stay forever.
You can kiss these freedoms goodbye that we all take for granted. And elections, forget about it. That's over. That's done. If he gets in, I can tell you right now, he will never leave. He will never leave. You know that. He will never leave. What does that mean? Is that the country we want to live in? Do we want him running this country and saying, I'm not leaving, I'm dictator for life? This is not a threat. This is a reality. And that's why I've joined the Biden-Harris campaign, because the only way to preserve our freedoms and hold on to our humanity is to vote for Joe Biden for president. Really. We don't have a choice.
Sell crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.
Gee, did Donald Trump not leave the White House and turn the reins over to Joe Biden? And give me a break. Give me a break. This is just unhinged, over-the-top lunacy from a desperate, doddering old man trying to protect another desperate, doddering old man. Robert De Niro is apparently, in real life, absolutely nothing like any of the characters he played in any movie. He once said in an interview he would never play Donald Trump because, quote, Donald Trump has zero redeeming values. Really? So when you played, what was his name, Jimmy Conway in Goodfellas, you know, a guy who stomped people's brains out with his shoe, that guy had redeeming value? You played Al Capone, you played The Godfather, what? Over the top. Now, didn't you love, there was obviously a Trump supporter there who had his key fob, and he's kept hitting that car alarm, and you could tell De Niro was getting agitated. And then it happened. He got pushback from one guy, and De Niro was just befuddled. He didn't know what to do or what to say.
They lied under oath.
They lied under oath. Who lied under oath?
Talking about the J6
what
cops.
What are you telling me?
Those two traitors behind you.
Excuse me?
Those two traitors behind you.
They lied under oath?
That's right.
What are you saying?
They're traitors.
They're traitors. You gotta, I don't know, I don't even know how to deal with you, my friend. I don't even know how to deal with you.
You live here?
Yes.
Well, maybe you know what a zombie is.
When a person dies and is buried, it seems there are certain voodoo priests who have the power to bring him back to life.
Horrible.
It's worse than horrible because a zombie has no will of his own. You see them sometimes walking around blindly with dead eyes, following orders, not knowing what they do, not caring.
You mean like Democrats?
I don't even know what to say to you. Yeah, that's because you're stupid. You're not educated. From what I understand, De Niro walked up to the podium wearing a mask. No, I'm not kidding. Wearing a cloth mask outside a few days away from June, when even at the height of the Rovid madness, we understood that there was really no need to wear the hat outside. But De Niro, showing you what an absolute lost cause libloon that he is, a drinker of the Kool-Aid, a guy who listens to the endless slop and propaganda which passes for news in this country, and he gets his orgasmic climaxes believing all of the swill that he's being programmed because he's an actor, and actors don't think, actors read, and actors pretend. So when the actor who pretends to be the journalist on TV tells him, "You're going to wear the hat," he goes, "Okay." So he gets pushback. You know, somebody standing there saying, "Yeah, those J6 cops right there, they lied under oath." What do you mean? I don't even know what to say to you. Well, you know, he's trying to spout there were police killed that day. No, there weren't. One person died on January 6th. And she, Ashley Babbitt, was a Trump supporter, unarmed, and was shot by the Capitol Police, but we really know it was a certain VP's security detail. Bump. So De Niro's out there and he doesn't know what to do. I mean, he's in New York and he's used to that being friendly territory for him. And New Yorkers pushing back, and the guy with the key fob who kept just setting off the car alarm, he didn't know what to do. It was such bad optics, such a bad look. They're going to want to pretend this didn't happen. Now, of course, the media a couple days ago, they were salivating that Trump went to the Libertarian Convention and got booed. He knew he was going to get booed. We all knew he was going to get booed. Joe Biden wouldn't go to a Green Party convention and try to win over even one vote. Joe Biden wouldn't try to go campaign anywhere that was like a red state or a red city. Donald Trump's going into the Bronx. He's going into Harlem. Donald Trump is going everywhere asking for a vote. Not Joe Biden. Doddering old man. Hoping that another doddering old man can rescue him. But it shows you how panicked they are. How much trouble the Biden campaign is in, that they did this the day of the closing arguments in the Trump trial? I thought that was a slam dunk. Apparently not.